What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan, and oh boy, it has been a while since the words I'm about to say have left my mouth, but welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh my god, it has been a while. It has been a long while. Longer than I would have wanted. So we're playing another Doki Doki Literature Club mod today. Technically, you could say that this is what started the channel, but not really. Now, a while ago, it might be now over a year ago, or I think, like probably over a year ago now, on stream, I played a mod called Doki Doki I'm Alive. And I remember the mod being pretty good, but this mod got updated. There were, a lot of flaws in the last, and from what I can remember with this mod. But I saw a really good mod like behind those flaws, and I think like 7 months ago now this mod was updated. I could be wrong. I do remember the developer leaving a comment in a few of in those streams and videos saying that the mod was updated. To that dev, if you are watching this, thank you so much for leaving those comments and letting me know. They didn't go unnoticed. I have just been really busy, and that's kind of the synopsis. I have been really busy, but that doesn't matter right now because we're back. If you don't know what I'm Alive is followed by, like what the I'm Alive mod is, it's a continuation of the mod Exit Music. If you don't know Exit Music, well, I'm not going to describe it. Go play Exit Music. But this is a continuation of that, and I'm really excited to see what has been changed. Let's just get into it. Oh boy, it has been a while. It's gonna test my reading capabilities. December 15th, 2019. It's already daylight. Here we go. This is my first day back at the club. Oh, right. I remember where this is going. I head to the bathroom. Also, the beginning, like the opening of this mod, was a lot more scarier than I remember it being last time. But I could be misremembering. So, I am going to say something that was said at the opening of the mod and is put in the README file. I'm just going to get it out there just in case people try to call out. This mod does use AI-generated background imagery. Because, according to the devs, they are a small team and they just didn't have the cost to do it. Which is perfectly fine, but I'm just going to get that out of the way now. This mod does use AI-generated background imagery. But, according to them, that's the only use of AI. Anyway, sorry. Oh, that's right, I haven't cleaned. Shards of broken glass and dried blood stain the floor. I hear it crunching under my shoes as I head for the sink. I splash my face with tap water, trying not to look at myself in the mirror for too long. Look at you, you're disgusting, this is your fault. Yes, it's after Natsuki, yeah. After Natsuki, ended it. I can't take it anymore. I leave the bathroom with the faucet still running. Back in my room, my uniform awaits me. I change clothes quickly. Already undressed, I notice all the dirt accumulated on my clothes from not showering. Natsuki was always someone very neat. She wouldn't allow something like that for anything in the world. Natsuki. Taking one last look around, I go down the stairs and out the door. We don't run into Sayori immediately. Got it. School was a nightmare. Of course, there were professors and students and students who would reach out offering me someone to talk to if I needed to. False sympathy. Supporting the most needy to feel better themselves. But during the previous year, they did not speak to me at all. I hate it. Nevertheless, I think going to school was worth it. I could go back to the literature club, although I doubt it will ever be the same as before without her. I opened the door to the club room. Hi, Monica. It's been a while. Oh, Ryan? How are you? We are all here for you, you know? Talk to us if you need anything, okay? Monica gives me a weak smile. I understand where it comes from, but false sympathy is the last thing I want right now. I can't help but be drawn to the closet. If I remember correctly. I'm not gonna say what I... Yeah. Even knowing full well that if I step foot there, I'm going to break completely. I sit at a table... It's been a while, I need to get used to reading again. I sit at a table near the corner of the room next to the club entrance. Ryan? Are you okay? I nod to Sayuri, trying to politely push her away. I don't want anyone's sympathy right now. I can feel my vision becoming blurry from tears. I duck my head to avoid anyone noticing, closing my eyes. Ryan, are you sure? Ryan, please say something. I'm fine. I'm... My damn voice breaks. I feel a warm hand on my shoulder. I want to walk away, but what would be the point? Her hand lifts my chin. You'll be fine, Ryan. Time heals all wounds. I can't hide my disgust at those words. Do they really believe what they are saying? The love of my life has been taken, ripped away from me without me being able to do anything. And they think it will magically go away? I can feel the tears rolling down my cheeks. Things are not alright. She's gone. Don't you understand that? Or was she so disposable for you? I put my head on my arm, leaning on the desk. I didn't mean to burst, but I can't help but feel even worse. Alright then. I will leave you alone. Asshole. Sayuri, you realize what he's going through, right? I don't remember Sayuri being that big of a dick about it. Yes, I know, but that doesn't mean... That's enough, Sayuri. Leave him alone. It's okay, Sayuri. I understand. I forget how many days after the whole Natsuki thing this is. I've been sitting for an hour doing nothing in particular. I can't stand the urge to go to the closet anymore. I have to see it. I have to go one last time. I stand up determined. Monica stops me halfway. Ryan, are you sure you'll be okay going in there? Well, I guess I can't stop you. Don't torture yourself too much, please. I just noticed Yuri wasn't here. I haven't played exit music in a while, but I feel like there's some significance for Yuri not being here. I walk in, dropping my backpack on the floor. The rest of her manga collections are still here. I never took them to our house. I close the door, looking out of the room. Under the window, where I met the real Natsuki, who I fell in love with. I collapse on the floor near the window. I can't control my tears anymore. I just want her back. Ryan, I understand how you feel, but it's almost the end of the day. We have to leave soon. Monica is standing over me, trying to talk to me. I avoid her questions. Sighing, she extends her arm in my direction. I reluctantly get up on my own, ignoring her help. Sayuri has already left. If you want, I'll walk you home. I just want to make sure you get well, Ryan. This is horrible, and we all hate to see you go through this. That's why we do our best to help. You don't have to. Ryan, please don't tell me that you are considering... You know... No. I'm fine carrying this. I deserve it. It was all my fault. Ryan, why? Why do you keep blaming yourself? Because it was my fault. I should have called the police as soon as I knew what was going on. I didn't. Because he wasn't home or something. And we were enjoying the time that we had. I had the perfect opportunity to give her a better life, and I blew it because of my own arrogance. Now, Natsuki is dead, and I'm rotting in the worst hell I could imagine. Ryan, this is not right. You can't live like this. Come on, let's go. I'll walk home with you. I need to use the bathroom first. Okay? I will wait outside. We left the room together without a word. Monika takes a seat on one of the benches in the hallway. In the bathroom, I enter one of the cubicles. I drop my backpack on the ground awkwardly and opened it awkwardly. I search for my poem buried deep within. The poems. Last sighs. So there we were together. A white room in... Give me some time. I will get used to this. I'll get used to reading again. So there we were together. A white room beside a window. Where the sun rose, regardless of the outcome. Regardless of the cost. I wanted nothing more than the best for you. Your little hands, your crazy cat-like smile, everything was perfect, just for a short while. But everything crumbled, because you had to go. And now that you're not here, I have nothing left. I didn't give my best, and now we pay the price. In my life, a great darkness comes, and there's no place left to hide. In my heart and my mind, the places you used to reside, rests a deep silence caused by your absence. For me, this is it. How did I let this happen? Guilt holds me like a ghost. Regrets drag me like a storm, calling on an impulse I am unable to resist in my darkest hour, whatever happens next. I really messed everything up. I can't bear my conscience complaining. Works with my sanity. I run backward and I cover my ears for my deepest depths, but it's the loudest sound I've ever heard. Maybe a deep dive to face my fears will help me be back in your arms. Now I'm sailing on the moon to go and be with you again. Jesus! I gulp. I'm gonna have to make this quick. I leave the bathroom with the note in my hand. Monika must know something is going on because once she gets up, she comes towards me quickly. Ryan, what is that? It's something I wrote last night. Do you mind if I read it? Sure, go ahead. I hold the note out to her. She grabs it in her warm hand and returns to her seat on the bench to read. A couple of minutes pass, during which she fixes her eyes on the paper. By the time she finishes reading, drops are sliding down her face as if she's on the verge of collapse. But she doesn't even have time to mumble my name because I'm already leaving school. Ryan! I hear that echo behind me as I run into the street out of sight. Yep, I remember this. The rain stopped. At this point, it is the adrenaline that takes me to my destination. I know where I'm going, but I need to make sure I don't run into anyone. I'm not far away now. I hear a siren a couple of streets away. It seems Monika has made them aware of my intentions. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore, because I have already arrived at my destination. I stand in the middle of the bridge, looking at the water. I try to control my breathing, but to no avail. I failed her. I said I would always be there for her, and I failed her. If only I could have done things differently. But it's too late, and now the girl I loved is gone for all eternity. I fall to my knees, gripping the railing with one hand. I raise my head, looking out over the large body of water. I stand up again with the little strength I have left. An intense wave of clarity stops my sobs. I hold my breath for a moment, letting out a shaky sigh. I climb up to the ledge. This is what has to happen. I was doomed from the beginning. I wish I had never been born to not feel the pain I am feeling right now. There's not much more I can do now, but I still have at least one option left. Ryan! I turn around and see Monika running towards me. Looks like she found me. I bring my heel close to the edge. Ryan, no! Monika clings desperately to the laps of my jacket as I give her a feeble resistance. She throws me to the ground with great force. Ryan, listen to me. I'm not going to let you go, not for a second. Please, just don't do this. Let's talk about it. Ryan, this is not a solution for what happened, Ryan. This will aggravate everything even more. Do you understand? Ryan, this is not how your life should end. Please. I wipe the tears from my cheeks with one hand. I try to stand up, holding the railing for support. My body is shaking. I don't even have the strength to get up. Look at me, Ryan. Please, you can't do this. I look Monica in the eye for a moment. Seeing the tears coming from the corners of her eyes sends a sharp pain through my chest. Ryan, you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. Sayori, do you know what will happen to her if she loses you? I know, you know that, Ryan. Do you really want that? And Yuri? I don't even want to imagine what she would do when she found out. Why should I care? They are a part of everything that has happened. Please, listen to me. Okay. Mentally exhausted and not knowing what to do, I agree to go with Monica. That's what Natsuki would have wanted, isn't it? Thank you very much, Ryan. God knows how the others would have reacted. Monica, let's go back, please. Monica takes my hand, intending to lead me away from the lane. We all love you, Ryan. We will always be here for you no matter what. Together, we'll help you get through those rain clouds. I let go of the railing, following Monica's example. No. With what little energy I have left, I grab Monica by the shoulders and push her as hard as I can. She loses her grip on me, also losing her balance and almost falling to the ground. As Monica realizes what is happening, she lets out a scream and rushes to my feet. No! Jesus Christ. There's no turning back now. I must do it. This is my only way out. I can no longer control my actions. I'm coming, Natsuki. I run to the bridge railing and jump. As I begin the journey to the large body of water, I remember the times Natsuki and I spent together. Our first time reading together. When she first said that she liked my poems. Cooking together. When she told me she loved me. Natsuki, if you're hearing me from beyond the grave, I'm going... Weightlessness takes a hold of me. I try to open my eyes slowly. I am inside a red ocean. I do not feel like I'm drowning. I don't even feel like I'm swimming in water. It's like levitating. I am naked. I feel small, warm female hands brush against my back and hug me. I do not look. I don't need it. I don't know where I am, but I don't want to know. Little by little, I feel myself losing consciousness. Why the fuck is it so cold in my goddamn house right now? Ugh. Whoa. After a few seconds, I wake up in an unfamiliar place. I'm dressed in my school uniform, the clothes I was wearing when I threw myself into the water. Where am I? Is this a dream? I try to pinch my arms, and when I feel the pain, I end up more confused than I already was. No, Mr. Ryan, this is not a dream. Who are you? Where am I? Get me out of here. Is this Craig? Dan. Shit. I swear his name was Craig before. It might have been Dan. Call me Dan. Well, I will explain everything. I guess you have knowledge about the myths that good people go to heaven and bad people go to hell, right? I nod my head. Well, you are in neither. You are in a place called Limbo, Purgatory. Here we give special people a second chance. I was stunned. I can't believe what is happening. And what is it? To live, to return to Earth, to resurrect. You see, I don't want to be resurrected. I want to see the love of my life again. Please, let me finish, Mr. Ryan. You will return to Earth whether you want to or not, but you will return on one condition. You can't say that you are the Ryan who committed suicide. Do you understand me? What if I do? Do I come back here? At this point, I don't care about anything. I just wanted to see Natsuki. Well, if it occurs to you to tell anyone that you are Ryan and that you are alive, you will die again, amid terrible sufferings, go headlong into hell, and never see Natsuki. Alright, I'll do it for her. In that case, I have a surprise in store for you. Dan snapped his fingers, and a few feet away from me, a woman materialized, whose pink hair and eyes caused mine to water in tears. I ran out to her. Natsuki! I was completely unable to assimilate it. I had never felt such deep pain mixed with such euphoria that I was incapable of enduring. I hugged her with all my strength while crying inconsolably. I've missed you so much! I could barely speak between sobs as I hugged her. Who are you? I cried and stopped short. What do you mean? You don't know who I am? Look at me! I grabbed her cheek so she could get a better look at me. At first she didn't seem to flinch in the slightest. After a few hellish seconds, her face began to turn paler and paler. Her pupils dilated and she burst into tears. She hugged me with all her might just as I did, but the most striking thing was that her tears slid down my shirt as if my clothes were waterproof. Darling, I'm sorry. I had to. Wait. If you're here, that means that I committed suicide. She looked me in the eye with remarkable disbelief, which surprised me, especially since she did the exact same thing. Why did you do it? Because of you. It's a bad way to word it. I remember saying that in the last time I played this. I could not conceive a world without you. I had been a week with a huge depression, the biggest of my life. I couldn't get out of bed until today. I was just crying for you. Please forgive me. Wait, what do you mean, 1 week? You've been dead for a week, Nat. But I got here less than an hour ago! I forgot to comment on that detail. In Limbo, time is different. For you, Natsuki, less than an hour has passed. For Ryan, days. So, when you come back to reality, there may be a little time lag. The trip will take quite a while. Well, after the reunion, ready to go? Yes, we are. Good. Before you come back, I have to tell you something very important. These special people are allowed to reveal their identity, but there is a limit. You can only share that information to 5 people on Earth. That is until you meet your goal. And what is that goal? In order to live in peace for the rest of your life on Earth, you will have to put an end to the life of the person who caused your fateful end. Is that clear? But how are we gonna kill someone? Is he using us to murder people? This is beyond me. Excuse me, but if you had the courage to end your own lives, it wouldn't cost you anything to end the life of such a miserable being. Not how that works. Note that you cannot kill more than 3 individuals, and you do not have unlimited time. If 1 year has passed since the resurrection and you have not fulfilled your task, you will disappear from the earth and will not be seen again for eternity. But wait a minute! No one has murdered us! Your death was triggered by a series of events that led to your suicide. Dangerous friendships, bad decisions, bad family members. Whatever their origin, that person was the gear that started it all. You will have to find out by your own hands who it was and finish him off, for I cannot do it on my own. Everything will become clear as soon as you do your duty. Well, it is now time for you to leave. I hope that is clear for you. To you. Good luck! But what? Such a crazy concept. But such a also interesting concept. I felt a prick in the back of my neck and fell unconscious. Ugh, what the fuck? I woke up numb and sore. I was next to the bridge from which I had jumped a few minutes ago. I didn't show up at the cemetery, so I guess Dan had placed us near the place we died. And if I had appeared here, Natsuki must have appeared near her house, where she died. I ran out there with all my energy. On the way, I saw a little pink-haired woman. It could not possibly be anyone else. Without thinking twice, I ran in her direction and she did the same when she saw me. I took her by the shoulders and whispered in her ear. We did it. It wasn't a dream. I've seen a lot of things in my life, but none like this. But what difference does it make? I'm with you. And I don't care if I'm alive or dead, as long as I'm with the love of my life. I know, we're back. We remained in that position and in the strictest of silences for half a minute. Finally, she spoke. Do you still love me? With all my might, Natsuki. I love you too. We only have 5 people to notify, and I'm already thinking of 3. Don't worry, honey. If we make it, the whole world will know. But we need to find the person triggering our suicides. Your father. Exactly. But before that, let's see if the others are okay, or if they haven't done anything stupid. Yes. I am too mentally exhausted to see the others. Is something wrong with you? I don't think I could look him in the face right now after the incident. I still can't get Monika's scream out of my head just before I jumped. I need to take a break from all this. It's okay, sweetheart. We'll rest, and tomorrow we'll figure out what to do. Okay. Come to think of it, where will we sleep? If the time lag that Dan said is true, we do not know for sure what month, year, or century we are in. Possibly my house is currently occupied, and even if it wasn't, I don't have the keys. And yours? If no house is good enough for us, we will find our own. We have to manage as best as we can. When we finish our work, we can go anywhere in the world together. A mischievous grin broke out on her face. Alright. Well, that's all there is to it. Let's get going. Natsuki and I marched in the direction of my house holding hands. How adorable. On the way, we stumble upon our old high school. It has changed a lot. The time lag was true. Just looking at it brings back old memories. When we were all in the club together, without many worries. When we were happy. A tear wells up in my eyes without being able to help it. I wish with all my soul I could go back to the days of the club. Natsuki extends her thumb to wipe away the drop of water that was flowing down my face. I understand how you feel. I would like to go back to those times too. But we can't get stuck in the past. We have to face reality and move forward as best as we can. This is possibly the last chance we will have to be happy again. So let's not waste it. This is the woman I fell in love with. No doubt about it. She has changed a lot since the first day I met her. I noticed her much more determined and self-confident, as Monika was. Alright, I'll do it for you, my love. Oh, these two are so sweet, it hurts my teeth. This is the way to talk. After the momentary break, we continued our tour. Well, here we are. Unintelligible noises are heard inside the house. Shit! I think there's someone staying here. Let's get a little closer to make sure. Wouldn't that be trespassing? We have to kill someone, and you're worried about this? Natsuki laughs mockingly. You are right. Yep, that's... We crept closer so we could clearly hear it. After a few seconds of silence, we managed to make out a woman's voice. Hey, Takeshi. It's late. You still haven't told me what you wanted to tell me when you got home. Oh, sorry, honey. So a couple is staying here. Well, then we better... Oh, on the way home, I decided to detour off the road and go to the cemetery to see my mother's grave. The thing is, as I walked in, I saw the next door neighbor crying deeply near a gravestone. She was wearing a dark outfit. In her hand, and she carried a red ribbon. Wait, does he mean Sayori? I went over to offer my condolences, but she could hardly speak. After a while, she left. She seemed very upset. I hope she recovers soon. Natsuki, do you think? Sayori. Wait, that's good news. That means she's still alive. Who's shouting outside? Oh no, run! I can't run anymore. I'm sorry, I spoke too loud back there. We stopped for a few seconds to catch our breaths. That's okay. At least we know who we should visit first. Let's go to your house and see if we get lucky with that one. The house had clear signs of deterioration. It seems that no one came to live here after the incident. Something logical knowing the things that happened inside. We peeked inside and saw that the interior still housed a few pieces of furniture. Looks like it's our lucky day. Let's go inside. But how are we going to get in if the door is locked? Well, we haven't checked it. We approached one of the glass doors and tried with all our might to open it. We got into position and stretched as far as we could to get it open, afraid that it would fall on us because it was in such a pitiful state. Oh, we got it. Let's go to my room. We'll sleep there. The room was trashed. It seemed like centuries had passed without anyone coming in here. The paint on the walls was falling apart and there was a lot of garbage on the floor. My room. It seems that the house had been broken into, taking advantage of the fact that no one lives inside. Which is very strange since the place is supposed to be closed to the public because of, you know. Wait a minute, now that I remember, Natsuki begins to rummage around the room. At one point she went to one of the nooks and crannies in the room and began to look closely at the bedside table. Without even thinking about it, she removed a piece of furniture from its place. I thought she had gone crazy, but when I saw what she had hidden behind it, I understood everything. Good, they're still here. I hid some things in case I ever ran away from home. As far as I remember, behind the bedside table I hid a Parfait Girls manga, a wig, and clothes to cover up. I don't see the manga anywhere though. If only 5 people can know of our existence, we will have to go unnoticed, so it's vital that we disguise ourselves at least a little. It completely slipped my mind. No one except the girls can know we're alive. I think if you take off your school uniform, they won't recognize you, because with your 3-day beard, you look like someone else. I'm gonna put on my clothes, see if they still fit. She wore over her current clothes a pink sweatshirt, black shorts, and a brown wig. Oh, nice. I'm pretty sure that's an updated sprite. I don't think that's what the sprite looked like last time. So that's nice. Do I look good? You always look good. Thank you. Let's go to sleep now because tomorrow we have to go to Sayori's house early. Alright, I'm exhausted. Natsuki took off her costume and we went to bed, which, despite the passage of time, was still standing. So we still don't know how far ahead we were. I think that's still very accurate to the original. I woke up in the middle of the night exalted? I still have nightmares about everything that happened. Natsuki's inert body swaying, Monika screamed just before jumping. I wish I was as strong as Natsuki. I heard a sound that seemed to have come from Natsuki. Maybe I woke her up with my reaction. Are you awake? Ryan? I was suddenly startled. Why are you crying? Ryan, I've tried to be strong so you wouldn't worry about me, but I've been affected by all this too. Tears emerged from my eyes as a consequence of her words. God damn, my mouse. Stay over there. Natsuki. I hugged her with all my strength while she cried inconsolably. Everything will be fine. I promise we will be happy. We stayed like that for several minutes until we fell asleep from exhaustion. Well, this is it. Ring the doorbell. I did so, eager to see her. Instead, her mother came out to greet us. Hello, Sayori's mom. Morning, guys. What do you want? We came to see Sayori. Oh, wow. Are you friends of hers? I don't know you. She must have been suspicious of us, understandably, since I was sweating profusely. Yes, we are her classmates. Classmates? But she doesn't study anymore. She frowned at that reaction. I tried to redirect the situation so that our plan wouldn't go down the drain. We were her classmates. Wait a minute, she doesn't study anymore. Well, I hope she remembers. Please come in. She's in her room. We went upstairs to her room while I made sure Sayori's mother wasn't following us. Take care of her, guys. I'm off to run some errands. Gently nudged Natsuki, indicating that she could remove the wig and clothes she wore. I looked for the courage to knock on her door, but I couldn't find it. The one who did find it was Natsuki. We heard a, "Come in, Mom." She thought we were her mother. Wait, Nat, you know that Sayori is very sensitive, don't you think? Before I finished speaking, Natsuki is tugging on my shirt sleeve to let me in. Dead or alive, she will never change. Did she have different hair in the original? Or was this new? Huh. What's up, Mom? Who are you? Sayori, don't you recognize us? The long silence took over the scene. It may have only been a few seconds, but the wait for her response took forever. Of course. Why not? Oh, yeah. What have I done to deserve this? Every day of my disgusting life, I have hallucinations of them. I don't know when my brain will assimilate that I got over them. 5 years of my life thrown away every day, reminding my mind of past traumas. I'm fed up. When I get the chance, I will hang myself with whatever I have on hand. I can't take it anymore. Yikes. Her eyes glittered, and a small vein stood out on her forehead in fury. Both Natsuki and I have been petrified by her reaction. Wait a minute. 5 years? Sayori grabbed a bottle of pills and swallowed a handful at a time. Jesus Christ. Within seconds, she threw the bottle to the ground. These antidepressants are useless! Sayori collapsed and was moving around the room with a strange attitude. Sayori, we are not hallucinations. No shit, smartass. That's what they all say, but it turns out that my mother doesn't see them and I can't even touch them. Just like you. Sayori threw her right index finger on my cheek and her left index finger on Natsuki's cheek, hoping to pierce through us as if we were eternal ghosts. But words stopped coming out of her mouth when her fingertips collided with our face and did not go through us. Her face turned the color of snow. Her hands began to shake uncontrollably, as did her legs, whose knees became so weak that they could not support her trembling body. The sight of her face gave me a twinge in my stomach. Within seconds, the deep silence was broken by a noise on the floor emanating from Sayori. She had urinated on herself. I can't stand this image anymore. Sayori gives me a horrible feeling that drills my brain with guilt. Sayori, we are very real. We are back. I hugged Sayori with all my strength, but she didn't reciprocate. It was like hugging a jelly, and all that came out of her mouth were unintelligible noises. Poor Sayori couldn't take it anymore and fainted in my arms. After making sure she was breathing, reacting to stimuli, and that her heart was beating, we laid Sayori down on her bed, and while I went to the bathroom, Natsuki changed all her clothes. We can't let her mother know, or the worst will happen. After about 15 minutes, she woke up. When she saw us, her eyes flooded with tears, and she jumped into our arms as if she never fainted. I knew you would come back. I knew you weren't dead. No, Sayori, we were really dead. So, how are you here? Sit on the bed, we'll explain everything. 20 minutes later. Let me get this straight. Have you been resurrected? Something like that. But how? You never change, Sayori. We've been explaining everything to you for a long time and you still don't understand. I understand what you mean, but why did it take you 5 years to come back? Are you sure it's been 5 years? Almost. You passed away on November 15th and the 22nd, 2019. And we are in September 2024. Confirmed, it's been 5 years since we last saw her. No doubt the journey Dan talked about was a long one. Asuki looked me in the eye, seeking confirmation that I too had the time lag in mind. Well, Sayori, we were dead for just a couple of hours. Time in the afterlife is different. And you can only tell 5 people? Now 4. So I'm the first. Exactly. And I guess you figure out who 2 of those 4 people are going to be. Monica and Yuri. Exactly. But we have a problem. If 5 years have passed, how can we locate them? I haven't spoken to them in a long time. I don't know exactly where they are. I tried to call them a couple of weeks ago, but it seems they have changed their numbers because it told me that those did not exist anymore. I only know that Monica is in the capital, although I don't know exactly where, or at least she was there the last time I talked to her. Well, we have our next target. It will be difficult to find her, but we have no better option to contact her. Yeah, knowing Monica, she probably has an important job there, so it shouldn't be too complicated to find her. Well, that's all there is to it. Let's find the leader. Asuki exclaimed with joy, but after a few seconds of reconsideration, her ear-to-ear grin faded. And how are we supposed to go to Tokyo if we don't have a single yen? In addition, we will have to pay for food, hotel accommodation, and much more. You're right. Sayori started looking around the room for money like crazy. We helped her in her endeavor, finding a few yen. With this, we can't even afford a single ticket. We started to think about how to get the money. Hey Ryan, is your bank account still working? I don't know. I have quite a bit of money saved, but that account must have been inactive for a couple years. We don't lose anything by looking though. Well, I guess you're right. You say that a lot, don't you? Shut up and let's check it out. But the nearest ATM is far away from here, so I better check with my cell phone and get the money at the station. But I have no idea where it is, so I doubt we'll be able to find it to this day. Your cell phones. Sayori stood up in the direction of the drawers in her room. From one of the drawers, she took out a pink and black cell phone. Wait a minute, those are our cell phones. Where did you get it from? I had it. Well, when you passed away, we kept your cell phones as kind of souvenirs, I guess. But when our paths parted, they were given to me to treasure. Every day I would turn them on to make sure they were working perfectly and not running out of battery. And I waited patiently for a call, a message, or anything that would give away that you were still alive. I was really looking forward to the day to return them, and it has finally arrived. Sayori. We both hugged her with all our might. Enough, please. Brian, check if the account is still active. I grabbed the cell phone and checked to see if it was still working. Well, it works. We all exclaimed with joy. We can now go and look for her. How much money is there? 100,000 yen or so. It's not much, but I guess it's enough. We could take out about 40,000 at the train station's ATM, and we'll have enough for several days. Well, case solved. When we get to the station, we take out the money and focus on looking for Monica. Well, let's get started. Yes! And with a big smile, we set off for the nearest station. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, what? Sayori? God, she never listens to me. Fuck, she's already gone out again without my permission. I'm sure it's those guys' fault. I have to find her any way I can. That's new. I really do not remember the mom ever saying something like that. So that seems like it will be something. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for the long awaited re-arrival of Doki Doki Literature Club, or Doki Doki I Am Alive. So we're alive. We killed ourselves and now we're back alive. I think I was able to pinpoint some of the newer stuff. That scene with Sayori's mom at the very end is definitely new. I do not remember that. I still think, I still find it funny how it's just call me Dan. For some reason I just find that funny. Dan has a sprite. I don't think I mentioned that. He's not a shadowy figure anymore. Yeah. We just came back alive. We met up with Sayori again. That scene was mostly the same. But this mod still has, has a hold on my interests. And, I wanted to make a return to Doki Doki Literature Club earlier. There was a part of me that was like, oh, what about World of Dreams Act 3? I don't know when that mod will be coming out, if it ever will be. I hope it does. But, I wanted to make my return to this game. And I'm happy to be back. Don't know how well these videos will do, but at the same time, I don't really care. I enjoy making these videos, and hopefully people will enjoy watching them. But ladies and gentlemen, that would do it for this episode. Well, this video. Feel free to let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. Feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to do whatever. It is completely up to you. Also, feel free to check out my merch store down in the description below. You don't have to buy anything, but I would appreciate it if you would at least check it out. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. The link to this mod will be down in the description below. I love you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!